Today, I'm introducing a highly cost-effective chronograph from the brand Merkur, which is making a return after some time. Merkur is a brand that I've featured several times on this channel. It specializes in modern reinterpretations of vintage chronograph designs from the 1960s and 70s and is known for offering the charm of mechanical timepieces at accessible prices. Of course, since most of Merkur's watches use Chinese-made movements, concerns about durability and quality consistency are understandable and, to some extent, inevitable. However, keeping that in mind, when you consider that Swiss or Japanese mechanical chronographs typically start at $1,000 and can go well into the $10,000 range, the ability to experience a chronograph mechanism at just a fraction 1/5 or even less of that cost using Chinese movements is a clear and undeniable advantage. The watch I'm reviewing today is a diver-style chronograph with a panda dial configuration. Some of you may be reminded of the Nevada Grenchen Chronomaster just by looking at its exterior. Originally introduced in the 1960s, that watch is renowned for combining features of a diver, pilot, and chronograph in one piece. It left a clear mark in horological history thanks to its distinctive layout, utility, and bold detailing. Today's Merkur model inherits that design legacy with a more modern size and a much more accessible price point, making it a homage-style reinterpretation. This model features a white dial with black subdials and a diver-style rotating bezel representing a classic panda dial chronograph. The case diameter is 38 mm, and even with the bezel included, it measures only about 39.5 mm, a compact size that aligns with the growing trend towards sub-40 mm watches. Its lug-to-lug distance is 47.5 mm, which may seem long, but the watch is still very wearable even for those with slimmer wrists. In particular, those with a wrist size around 6.3 inches will find the fit almost ideal. The front of the case has a hairline brush finish, while the facets that flow from the lugs to the case sides are polished, giving the watch a sense of depth and sharp contours. The coin edge bezel adds a vintage-inspired detail, and with 3 bezel color options available, there's a fair range to choose from to suit your preferences. Examining the dial, the 2 sub-dials at 3 and 9 o'clock create a perfectly symmetrical layout with no date window, sticking closely to the classic chronograph format. Each sub-dial is bordered by a thin polished ring, enhancing both their visual distinction and legibility. One of the most impressive aspects lies in the hour markers and hands. Rather than simple printed markers, the indices are applied with vertical brushing and polished beveled edges, creating a luxurious look with rich light reflection from various angles. The hands are also well executed. They feature a coarse brush finish at the center with polished chamfered edges along both sides. The sharp needle-like tips ensure accurate and intuitive time reading. A red chronograph seconds hand adds a vibrant accent to the dial's overall tone, resulting in a highly satisfying visual balance. The tachymeter scale is printed in a contrasting color to the dial, functioning almost like a frame. It subtly blends into the background while maintaining legibility and effective layout reminiscent of the design harmony found in the Nevada Chronomaster. Lume performance is somewhat limited. The lume plots hidden beneath the hour markers and the small lume surface area on the hands don't offer very strong brightness or longevity, so the low light visibility is modest. Still, the lume is functional enough for basic time reading in dim environments. The chronograph pushers deliver satisfying feedback, mechanical, tactile, and intuitive, just as you'd expect from a proper hand-wound chrono. The push-pull crown is 7.5 mm in diameter and finished with a coin edge, making it easy and comfortable to grip during adjustments. That said, despite its diver-style bezel, this watch has a water resistance of just 50 meters, which limits its practicality for actual diving use. This is a shortcoming to note. It's primarily an aesthetic feature rather than a functional one. The 20mm lug width makes it highly strap-friendly, offering versatility for strap changes. The included strap is a vintage textured suede, complementing the retro styling very well. Personally, I found that pairing the watch with an FKM rubber strap or a sporty racing leather strap also delivered excellent results. The presence of a diver bezel allows for broader styling flexibility. Powering the watch is the Seagull Cest 1901, a hand-wound chronograph movement from China. This movement is based on the Swiss Venus 175 and is well known among watch enthusiasts for its classic charm and tactile winding experience. It beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour, lacks hacking, and has a power reserve of approximately 45 hours. Through the exhibition case back, you can admire the movement's chronograph wheels, balance wheel, and blued screws. The combination of gold-colored gears and blued screws offers ample visual enjoyment. Of course, the finishing isn't on par with high-end timepieces, but considering the price point, this movement provides a genuinely satisfying mechanical spectacle. To sum up, the Merkur Panda Diver Chronograph is not a perfect watch in every respect. The diver bezel action can feel stiff, the 50 hem water resistance is limiting, and the loom performance leaves something to be desired. Yet the emotional satisfaction, well-crafted retro aesthetics, balanced proportions, and high level of dial detailing, especially at this price, make these shortcomings easy to overlook. This watch represents a serious attempt to deliver authentic mechanical watch appeal at a realistic price. While Merkur has received some criticism regarding after-sales service, a bit of caution and product checking prior to purchase can go a long way. At this price point, it's safe to say that watches of this caliber are truly rare. This has been The Time Traveler. Thank you for watching.